All right, everybody, welcome to the first ever official episode of Comic on Demand. I've done a couple test episodes with my family and stuff, but this is like the first official one that's going to go on the website and stay there because I've already done it a couple times and then deleted it. So if you're just watching for the first time, my name is Mark Harmon. This is the Comic on Demand show. And what it is I'm going to take suggestions from the chat, and then the first two suggestions that I take from the chat, not yet, I'll tell you when. I'm going to take the first two suggestions and I'm going to turn it into a 4-panel comic. Hopefully it's funny. Hopefully this is entertaining. So here's a little bit of the rules though. All right. So I'm not going to take any suggestions of like existing IPs and stuff just for legal reasons. I don't know if I can and can't do that. So any suggestion like Superman or SpongeBob or anything like that, I'm not going to do that. Also, no lewd or super violent graphic suggestions. I'm going to try to keep this as PG as possible. And let's see. So that's it. So nothing like super suggestive or political or anything. We're just trying to have fun here. All right, so here's how this is going to work. So if I time this right, you're going to see a screen come on that says looking for suggestions. And I'm going to put go in the chat. So hopefully you're watching the chat, and I'm going to put go. And after I put go, the first two suggestions that show up, those are the ones I'm going to use, all right? So let's see if I time this right. So let's go for some suggestions right about now. All right, we got our first two suggestions coming from Protection of Life and Liberty. We have Fart-A-Thon, and from Corbin Harmon, we have Jupiter. So those are the first two that popped up in my chat. So sorry to the other ones that didn't make it. All right, so Fart-A-Thon and Jupiter. All right, so let's go here. So what I'm going to do is, usually the way a 4-panel comic will work is you got sort of like your opening setup scene and then your punchline. So you got your opening setup in panel 1, your punchline in panel 4, and then your build up on panel 2 and 3. So let's do this. Let's draw a picture of Jupiter here. At any point, I might need to go over to Google to just sort of get me some reference. And when I do that, the screen's going to go all blurry because I don't know what kind of copyright stuff that is going to happen. Because I don't know if I'm allowed to show like a Google image search just because those images are copyrighted. So I'm clicking on my screen right now, and it's going to go all blurry. So I need to go over to Google. I'm going to look up a picture of Jupiter here. Jupiter. All right. Let's go with that one. I'm going to put it off to the side so I can see it, but then you can't see it. All right. So I got my picture of Jupiter over there. It's got a bit of a ring around here. So I'm going to try to keep this to about an hour. So hopefully I'll get to the stage where I have it all sketched out, and then I'll actually start inking it, just so you can kind of see the whole process here. I'm just curious, is there anybody in the chat right now that is not my family? Because I am curious to know. Okay. Got some stars over here. Oop, I'm coming off camera here a little bit. All right, so we got our Jupiter here. Let's see. Let's do some kind of you know what? This is part of the process sometimes. And if I was doing this digitally, this would be real easy right now. But since I am not, I gotta completely erase this. Because we're gonna start over here. Because I just got an idea of, I had an idea of what I was gonna do and how to make it funny or whatever. But I kind of have to, I'm gonna flip some stuff around here. Okay, so this panel is actually going to be Jupiter. Greg Harmon says that my mom is not my family. That would explain a lot. Trying to say I'm adopted? Is that what you're saying? All right. So also what I'm planning on doing is after this comic is all drawn, or I'm going to go to about an hour and get it done as much as I can. And whatever I don't finish, I'm going to just continue to do off camera. And just I'm going to have it all inked and totally finished. And then I'll sell this original ink drawing somewhere on some website. I don't know yet. I haven't got that figured out yet. But I do have an account over on Redbubble. Have you ever heard of that? Redbubble.com. I do have some merch options already set up there, like Comic On Demand mugs and shirts and backpacks and all that stuff. So if anybody wants to get some of that, that'd be cool. All right, so I'm switching. So that's now panel 4. So now what I'm gonna do is let's do a little sign right here. Right. Sign's gonna say something like whoops, put this down over here. Sign's gonna say something like 10th annual Fart-A-Thon. I will have a link to my merch somewhere. I think I might have to, like, after the live stream is over, I then think then I can go back in and, like, put links and all that stuff. I don't know. I know that, like, when you just upload a video to YouTube, you can do all that stuff, but when you live stream, I'm not sure exactly how that works. So, yeah, there will be a link somewhere. I'm not sure exactly when and where I can put it. dude here in the corner. Put some little dudes here in the background. Alright, he's going to be saying something here. And then also, after I finish it, I'll then like scan it, put it in Photoshop or whatever, and then I'll even then like color it, and then I'll have like color prints. And I think I can have color prints on Redbubble. But as far as like the original, I don't know exactly where I'm going to be selling the original quite yet. I might be able to just put it on my own website, but I'm not sure. All right, we're going to put like, let's put a stage here, draw some steps. Oof, drawing steps. Why did I decide to do that? All right. Let's try some perspective here with no rulers or anything. That's cool. That's a good time. Draw a dude coming up here on the steps. Put some audience people in here. Oh yeah, so my sister just said that she's going to be down in sort of central Utah watching the Ring of Fire. That sounds awesome. We got some audience people here in the background. All right. All right, panel 3. All right. So nobody answered me that, is there anybody in here watching that's not family? I'm just curious. The weird part is there's about like a 20 to 30 second delay to when like I say something and then you guys answer. So it's sort of like I sit here and I'm talking and I ask a question and then I basically just sit in silence waiting for a response. It's pretty weird. All right, so where are we at? We're at about 20 minutes. All right, so I'm about done drawing. So what I'm gonna do now is, this is now if you missed the first suggestion, this is now kind of your second shot at it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another suggestion. So I'm gonna do like a midstream suggestion, but this time I'm only gonna take the very first and one suggestion and, turn it into like a background item. So I'm going to turn on the little thing again, and I'm going to say go. And then the first one to chime in, I'm going to put whatever you say, I'm going to put it in the background of one of these panels. All right. So ready, set, go. All right, we got our suggestion from Gary N. of waterfall. That'll be easy. All right, so in the background somewhere here, I'm going to put a waterfall. Let's do, actually before, you know what? Let's do this real quick. If you'll indulge me, so right above my face here, it says suggestion and suggestion. and I was supposed to change that so you could actually see what the suggestions are while you're watching if you forgot what they were. So I'm going to go ahead and change this. So the suggestion was, I believe, Jupiter and Fart-A-Thon. All right, so now this little text box thing should say Jupiter and Fart-A-Thon. All right. So anyway, it's my first show. Cut me some slack, all right? All right, so here in the background, we'll do a little sort of mountain with a waterfall. So Eric T says, I'd like to see your cat in there somehow. You know what? She may make a guest appearance on the show somewhere. I don't know when, but sometime. All right. So I got a waterfall in there. So I'm going to go ahead, and I think this is ready to start inking. So I'm going to go ahead and start inking. So I'm going to start with where's the camera? A Pigma Micron 05. So nothing fancy. So start with this sign here. This banner, I guess. So hopefully, if I'm quick enough, it would be nice to have this whole thing inked by the time at about an hour. Get this more in the middle here. So, what? All right, we got a question in the chat. What is your best fart story? Let's see. There was one time. Oh, well, it's probably been multiple times actually. There's been multiple times where I've been asleep and I've farted so loud that I woke myself up. So that's been pretty cool. It's also super cool, like once you hit like your late 30s and early 40s, you can no longer trust that a fart is a fart because it might turn into something else. So look forward to that. Gary N says attending any Harmon reunion is a great fart story. That is true. If you'd like to experience your own fart story, just attend a Harmon reunion. There was one time, you might have to you might have to remind me in the chat, but I don't know how long ago it was, but like one Thanksgiving, some of the brother-in-laws went upstairs and were blue darting upstairs in one of the rooms. And for those who are pure of heart and don't know what I'm talking about, a blue dart is when you take a lighter and you light your farts on fire. I would not, if there's any kids watching, do not try that at home. Do not light your farts on fire, kids, all right? All right, we're gonna move on to panel 2 here. So now the question is this show just going to turn into like expose the Harmon family secrets show? Because that'll still be fun to watch. box at the ballroom says do a flip. What kind of show do you think this is? And how old do you think I am? Can't do flips anymore. I don't have enough insurance for that. Let's add some little decorative rocks in here. Put a person up front that I didn't put in the sketch, but sometimes you do that. Sometimes you add things you didn't originally intend to add. I could do flips. I could do flips off like a diving board into water. I used to be able to do flips on trampoline. But I'm pretty sure I'd break something if I tried to do it on a trampoline again. Use a blue dart as a boost into a flip. That's good advice. Do you speak from experience, Royal? Do you use blue darts to do flips? Using some little art tricks to make it look like there's a big crowd of alien dudes here. I'm just going to draw some circles and some pointy things to give the illusion that there's lots of stuff. I don't actually want to sit here and draw hundreds and hundreds of little alien guys. I don't think you want to sit here and watch me do that either. Background, got the waterfall in here. All the time, best trick I have in the... Okay, you know what, Royal? We're trying to keep this PG, alright? Let's just calm down there, buddy. See, now, if you're sort of noticing and paying attention to this comic, the whole kind of, well, spoilers, kind of the whole punchline of this comic is a Dutch oven, basically, right? So, all right. This one, so these two panels, they're kind of smaller and farther away, so I use this micron. But for this dude, he's kind of close up, and I want to give him some thicker lines. So this time I'm using this, it's called a Pentel brush pen. It looks like this. It's got a little, I don't know if that's Chinese, Japanese, little symbol thing on it. And then it's got this little brush head. Looks kind of like a paintbrush. Oop, there it is. So I'm going to use this. Get some thicker lines here. Time to draw the fart cloud. Best part. So now I'm just trying to kind of decide. Like, I want to do like some words, like a sound effect or something right here, but I didn't plan it in the sketch phase here, so I did a rookie mistake. So now I'm looking at this, trying to decide how to put that in here and make it still clear that that's what it is. Yikes at the Balloon says, what's your favorite movie? My favorite movie of all time is The Princess Bride. Just because it has comedy, it has action, and it has like a perfect blend. Like, in parts it is kind of like serious, but then in other parts it's goofy, but yet it does it really well. Like, it marries the two. Like, it doesn't go super goofy and doesn't go super serious. It has like a good balance of both of them, I think. The scene where they do the battle of wits with the poison, that's like one of the greatest scenes in all of cinema history. I'm just going to put that out right now. All right, so I'm going to try to put some words in here. Hopefully they work and don't cover up too much of the drawing here. All right. Shoot. I want to do like I guess it doesn't matter, but I need something to give me like a perfect circle here. I don't want to just draw a wonky planet, but maybe it'd be cool to draw a wonky planet. Gives it more character or something, right? Let's go ahead and go for it. Boom. It's a circle. All right. So I still have I don't have a cup in my studio with me. Oh, shoot. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do have a mug right over here. Right over here. I got my mug. See that? I could use this as a circle. That's all right. This is real art, man. We're not cheating and using mugs. Mugs are for cheaters. Doing the little swirly things of Jupiter. Who's your favorite sibling? Oh, snaps. That's a pretty messed up question, you know? But if I had to say someone, I would say this is going to get real messed up and dark real quick. But I'm going to say it's the sibling that was miscarried right before me. And so then they allowed me to be born. So how about that? So they're my favorite sibling. How's that for a messed up answer? I'm just looking for ways to get kicked off of YouTube before I even start, you know? Alright, now I'm going to switch over to this one. Now the question is this going to look like Jupiter without the colors? So we're going to go back and do this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use this one for this. We do. I'm sure there's a lot more than 2 secrets. Oh no, I'm just kind of sorry. I'm not really watching where my drawing's going here. Did I spell that right? Annual. Will Host Annual. There's a movie reference for you. Alright. This dude. He's going to be saying, your turn, Frank. Okay, so I think, let me zoom out here. So anyway, I think that's it. I think I'm done. So we have the suggestion of Fart-A-Thon and Jupiter. So we have, if you get the joke, we have aliens having a Fart-A-Thon. This dude says, your turn, Frank. Frank comes up onto the stage, does his stuff, and that is why Jupiter is a gas giant. Yay, funny. All right. So anyway, that's done. So at some point somewhere I will have this original for sale. Once the ink's dry, I'll erase all the scribblies and all that stuff. I forgot the second set of suggestions. No, I got it. It was waterfall. Weren't you paying attention, dude? Come on. So I have my 3 suggestions. I got Fart-A-Thon, Jupiter, and waterfall. We're good. We're good. Okay, so anyway, we're done. I'll have the original for sale somewhere. I'll finish it, color it. Then the print will be for sale on probably like Redbubble or whatever. I don't necessarily expect family to be buying all this stuff. This is just, for down the road and all that. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna do that. Wrong button. All right. All right, wrong button. All right, so anyway, everybody, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching me draw. Thanks for your support. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that stuff. But hey, don't smash the subscribe button. Don't smash it. Don't do that. Okay? Give it a nice, gentle, soft click. All right? Give a nice, gentle click on that subscribe button and like it and all that stuff. So anyway, thanks for showing up. Thanks for supporting this, and we'll see you next week.